Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's day 3 in Vietnam. We are currently at the Hanoi domestic airport. Now, as you might have seen in the previous vlog, so this is exactly where we slept. That's basically on the airport chairs last night. Just hoping on to save some money from the hostels and everything. So right now we're just headed to Hue, which is the imperial city of Vietnam, and it used to be one of the most important cultural and national capital back in the days. So we will be heading to this imperial city of Vietnam via the Danang domestic airport for this Vietjet flight for almost I think 2,000 rupees inclusive of taxes in Indian rupees. Obviously, once we land in Danang, we will figure out how we want to get ahead to reach Hue. So stay tuned. Alright, so we've just arrived in Danang. So like I said, that we took a flight from Hanoi to Danang last night, and we've just landed. The flight was very much turbulent, it seemed probably because of the weather, and people were definitely feeling a little uncomfortable throughout the journey. However, the point is that we've reached here somehow, and it's still continuing to rain non-stop. And ideally, we were thinking that we are gonna take a bus to the central bus station, and from there we are gonna get to Hue. But somehow it seems like they do not allow government buses inside the airport. So all you have to rely upon is the Grab or your whatever private transfer that you book to get to Danang, wherever you want to go into Danang. So we booked a Grab, which has costed somewhere around 350 rupees one way. And so once we get to the Danang Central Bus Station, we'll be getting an understanding about how it works. So like you can see, we are at the Danang bus station, the Danang Central Bus Station. It took us about 350 rupees, almost like around 450 rupees to get here. However, right now we've seen a bus which is already standing here, and the bus is charging us about 350 rupees per person, because it's gonna pick us up from Danang here, and then we are heading right towards Hue. So from there on, the price is just about 300 rupees, because it's less than, I think, 134 kilometers or something like that. So we've just arrived at our accommodation. As you can see, the Riverside Villa in Nang. The building looks pretty ancient. As you can see, now we are just checked in. Now we are just gonna head to our room and check out what does our room really looks like. The receptionist seems to be really fine. We got this property for, I think, 950 bucks. So that comes down to, I think, 450 bucks per person. This is what the property looks from the inside. So that's what this room looks like. Alright, so yes, so we've just checked in. Like I said, the first impression of Hue looks like a very small town. And yes, I think we got a pretty good deal when it comes to our apartment and everything, because I mean, it's a very good deal in 950. I think we already have access to Wi-Fi and everything like that. Plus, we also have a good view of the villa, and we are also located on the topmost floor. That is probably the third floor. Yeah. So here they don't have ground floor in Vietnam. They just call it as first floor. And we are just about to just quickly get changed, and then we are just about to be headed out to see what all the city has to offer. So stay tuned. We started with our city tour and just headed to the first attraction that you're going to see in a while. Apparently we started our journey at around 3 p.m. So I think we are going to be very short on time. So possibly we are trying to cover the 3 most important ones as of today, because most of the attractions close by around I think 5 p.m. in the evening, the Citadel. So let's see what all we can actually cover today. Welcome to Hue, the ancient capital of Vietnam, a city steeped in history and culture. Now, this city used to be the capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty, and the Imperial City is basically a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, the river that you just saw, the Perfume River, basically flows through the Hue city, and it offers a peaceful and a very scenic way to explore the city. So you also have an option to basically take a boat tour down the river and see some of the most iconic landmarks. Okay, so apparently right now we are at the Thuy Tien Lake. It's the Thuy Tien Adventure Park. So this is an abandoned water park there where we've just arrived. So if I were to be honest, like this is like literally abandoned, so you are not allowed to enter inside. However, we were told that you can still sneak in. If you get lucky, maybe you will have the opportunity to explore. So that's what we are trying to do, and it's literally closed from all the sides. Like if I were to show it to you right now, but as you can see, there's a spot from here where you can enter. So that's what we've done, and now we are just headed towards the entrance. Let me show you how it looks like. Welcome to Thuy Tien Lake. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, this is an abandoned water park that was once a very popular destination for tourists who would be visiting Hue. Now, this park was basically opened in 2004, but it just closed a few years later due to the financial difficulties that Hue city was basically facing. Now, since its closure, the park has become a popular destination for urban explorers and photographers. So that's the abandoned water park right behind me, and it's basically they are attracted by the eerie and the surreal atmosphere that this place has to itself. Now, this water that you see has obviously turned green and the structures have started to deteriorate. Although the park is officially off limits, visitors continue to come here, just sneak their way in. Right, so we are right now literally in the mouth of the dragon. Literally lots and lots of dense forest right here, right besides me that you can see, and then there's a beautiful lake, and then there's again the forest. Now, visitors are definitely fascinated by the park's haunting beauty. It's a reminder of the impermanence of human creations and the power of nature to reclaim what has been abandoned. I mean, the people who've done their graffiti stuff here, really incredible. I mean, here to experience the park's unique and otherworldly existence, ambience, whatever you want to call it. The place is so abandoned that me and one of my friends are literally the only 2 people here right now. Literally the 2 people right here. Beautiful spots. Makes good for a selfie spot right here. And a lot of clouds that you see. It's been raining cats and dogs since morning, but now it seems the rains have also stopped for a while. And that's one of the abandoned cars right behind me. Now, this lake park is a hauntingly beautiful reminder of the past and a testament to the resilience of nature. Believe me, there are also several rumors and ghost stories surrounding this park, which has only added to its mystique. Some locals believe that this park is haunted by the spirits of those who died during its construction. That's the rest of the part of this abandoned water park that we just came into. So there's just not a lot of stuff happening. There's an entire stadium which is again abandoned again, and then there's just mini structures like this here placed throughout the end. Its popularity amongst the tourists. There are currently no plans as such to renovate or reopen the water park. However, there have been talks of turning it into like an ecotourism destination, preserving its unique architecture and adding the sustainable features to attract more and more visitors. So if you are ever in Hue, you should consider taking a detour to Thuy Tien Lake and witness for yourself what a beauty this abandoned water park has to itself. Now, Hue is also surrounded by natural beauty, as you can clearly see. So it has a mix of mountains, forests and different beaches. Alright, so I think since we are very much short on time, it's about 4:30 right now, 4:20. So we won't be able to cover the Imperial Citadel as of today. So what we are going to do is we are going to cover this Tu Duc Tomb. That is where we've landed, and possibly we'll be able to do the Citadel probably tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to show you around what the Tu Duc Tomb really looks like. So Tu Duc Tomb is majorly all about where the king of Hue is probably buried, and it's definitely a very important sight to see. It's definitely something worth visiting. It had good reviews for sure, but I just met a local tour guide who suggested that you should go for this for sure because the king is buried here. But the Imperial Citadel is something that you should not be missing. So of course we'll try to cover if that's something which can be done. So the tomb itself is a work of art with intricate carvings depicting dragons, phoenixes and other mythical creatures. The carvings are literally so delicate and detailed that it's hard to believe that they were created by hand. So I think we are in the main compound right now. The thing is that there's literally no guides available right now, and no audio guides available either. So it's basically we are helping our own selves right now. So I think this is the main important building where we are supposed to be going to. The compounds are really beautiful. The architecture overall is really good too. The Mausoleum of Emperor Ton is a masterpiece of Vietnamese royal architecture, which was built during the Nguyen dynasty in the mid-19th century approximately. Now, this tomb is surrounded by lush gardens designed to reflect the harmony between nature and architecture. The tranquil setting provides a peaceful escape from the bustling city of Hue. The main hall of the mausoleum is a stunning example of traditional Vietnamese architecture, with intricate carvings and beautiful decorations that reflect the emperor's love for art and culture. The tomb of Emperor Tu Duc is located at the heart of the mausoleum, and it is surrounded by statues of mandarins, elephants and horses. It's believed that the emperor designed the tomb himself and he used it as a place for contemplation and meditation. Today, the Mausoleum of Emperor Tu Duc is a popular tourist attraction, and it is a must-see destination for anyone visiting Hue. Visitors can explore the gardens, marvel at the architecture, and learn about the fascinating history of the Nguyen dynasty and the life of Emperor Tu Duc. So, no matter whether you are a history buff or an art lover, or you are into architecture, or you're just looking for a peaceful escape, the Mausoleum of Emperor Tu Duc is a must-see destination that will leave you awestruck and inspired. So you can also pose for pictures like this around here with this lovely lady. So, thank you. Next, on our way out of the Tu Duc Tomb, we found a lot of these stores with decorated incense sticks, handmade artifacts, lamps, keychains, and many other things. So we stopped to buy souvenirs and click a little bit of pictures. And here we met this lovely lady who basically gave us a walkthrough of how they actually prepare the incense sticks and the hand paintings, how exactly they do that.
India.
Unfortunately, being budget backpackers, we really couldn't buy anything from here because number one, we were packing very light, and secondly, because of we were commuting so much with our backpacks on, we could have broken the incense sticks and it wouldn't have had its real charm.
Look, cinnamon, jasmine, sandalwood, lemongrass.
Sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood. Yeah.
Then we ended up also seeing a railway crossing happening, which may not look or sound as fun to you, but it definitely did to me. Hashtag finding happiness in small things. Now, I was honestly not really very happy with the overall food scene in Hanoi. So, because most of the things which I tried from different places, it did not really suit my Indian palate. So, on day 3, we thought to just stick to the basics and we just looked up KFC. And fortunately, after looking it up, there was a nearby mall. The nightlife in Hue is almost close to nothing since it's very peaceful. This is one of the main reasons that it is one of my most favorite cities in Vietnam. There are also a couple of good Indian restaurants that you can find around along. Alright, so now we are just at the Hue bus station where we were dropped this morning from our bus to from Danang. So we're just here to inquire what is the last bus that leaves first, and I mean the morning buses that leave from Hue towards Hoi An. We know that it leaves at 8, but the thing is that we have to visit the Imperial Citadel at around 7 a.m. in the morning, and I think the whole tour is going to take at least 2 hours tomorrow morning. So once we are done with that, we'll just pack our bags and then get moving towards Hoi An. So in case if we don't have a direct bus then we will possibly go ahead and just opt for the bus from Danang, and then from there we can go on to Hoi An. So let's stay tuned.